Uh-oh, my pack is dismantled the day before Halloween. This can't be a good sign, right? Well, I had a little issue with the pack being charged. The battery was dead. I guess what had happened was on the blue brick battery over here, I actually turned off the power on the XLR plate on the bottom of it when I was done with it last time I used it, but even when you turn off the little switch on the bottom, you can't see here, but it goes through that hole right over there. This little red light stays on because that's just a kill switch for the power from the battery to the soundboard and light board. So that little red LED there on the battery stayed on, and just enough to kill the battery over the time, whatever. I don't remember the last time I'd used it. So over the last couple of months, at some point it had gone dead. So when I tried it last night just to test run all the lights like I always do, nothing happened. And then so I decided to take it apart and investigate it. But then when I started to power it up, once I did have the power running to it, it's plugged in over there. So it's currently being charged, and so while it was being charged, I went ahead and flipped the switches to see everything was working correctly. And as you can see, they are now. Everything's lighting up. But I had to turn down the volume on the soundboard over here. There's a little volume knob on this side right here, and I don't have access to that through the pack, so I have to take off the top of the shell. So I'm hoping that once the battery has more charge to it, then I'm having like a popping issue. Here, I'll show you. Let me turn the volume up on this a little bit louder, and then when I power it off over here, it makes like a popping or hiccup sound on power down and on power up. So when I turn it up, but then the hum is okay. It's just hiccuping in the startup sequence and the end sequence. So let's turn it back down. I hiccuped a little bit, so I still didn't get it as low as it needed to be. But that's super quiet, and I like having as much sound as I can coming out of the pack because it's behind me. The speaker comes out from behind me, and there's noise usually in places where this is going to be, and so the louder the better. And also it has more impact when people see it. So hopefully as that charges back up, I can turn it up and that'll fix the problem. But if not, I'll just have a quieter pack this year and then figure it out another time. I did inspect to see if the cables to the speaker were all right. It looks fine to me, but you know, if it's working on the hum part of it and not skipping, then I don't think it's the connection to the cables. So that's that. Wanted to show a couple of other things I've been working on in the meantime. I did set up my belt. So this is the way I'm going to have my belt set up for Halloween. My MT500 radio, my PKE meter in the holster. I'll have my belt fob with the ecto goggles on it. The yellow hose with the fob, connecting it there. That'll connect to the leg hose on the port on the uniform. This is the little fob that hangs on to the foot pedal, and then the Mattel trap. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to keep my badge on here, but if not, I'll have an empty key fob there for anything else. So that's that. And then the other thing, I decided that if I'm going to have a slimed uniform this year, let's add Slimer to it if I can. And so what I did was I went to Home Depot and I bought this thing with the 2 rings on it, and I put some tape on there, so that wasn't from when I bought it, for about, it's less than $2. And then I used this clear stretch cord, wrapped that around under his arms and around his mouth, and then mounted him there, and then also used a, there you go, cable tie there at the end to hold him on there. And the reason it's got this black tape on the bottom is I'm going to have him hover above my pack. And then on the back I added these 3 clips. There's 2 more in the bag, so I can add another couple if I need to. But they're just little stick-on clips there, and I did them facing opposite directions so that it would hold in there tighter. And wrapped the bottom of the wire in electric tape. And then Slimer hangs above the proton pack. So I'll have Slimer hanging above me as I'm slimed, and then it kind of adds to the look that I was going for. So hopefully I'll have my battery issues all taken care of. Hopefully I can turn the sound on and crank it up the way I like it. And I'll have full battery and ready to go for Halloween and trick-or-treating and costume contests and everything that goes with Halloween. So hopefully won't have any more hiccups. Thanks for watching.